The Justice Department filed an antitrust lawsuit
rent hiking
against real
scheme
estate
happening
software.
in Colorado, at least according to
Department of Justice has filed an antitrust case against a company that makes
lawsuits
software.
from the Department of Justice meant to end a practice of putting profits over people.
It's the year 2022. Investigators for the DOJ are looking into increases in rent price when they stumble upon RealPage, a software property management company with control over the rent of 19.5 million housing units, 97% of New York, 95.4% of Los Angeles, and 93.8% of Houston, an influence so great that it was allegedly solely responsible for a 25% increase in rent prices in 2021. They had just discovered a new frontier to price fixing: AI algorithms.
When the Sherman Act was passed, an anti-competitive scheme have looked like robber barons shaking hands at a secret meeting. Today, it looks like landlords using mathematical algorithms to line their rent.
These AI algorithms use data such as demand, supply, and competitor prices, seemingly normal considerations. However, at RealPage's level of control, the competitor pricing was often based off of the RealPage algorithm itself, allowing them to connect various real estate owners and raise their prices in unison.
So today, after a nearly 2-year investigation, the Justice Department, joined by 8 states, has sued RealPage for violating the Sherman Antitrust Act.
But why are these actions so negative in the first place?
According to the Home Ownership Affordability Monitor, housing accounted for about 28% of Americans' median income in January of 2021. It's jumped to a whopping 44% by September of 2023.
Price fixing squeezes more profit out of Americans, causing them to have less money for both life-threatening emergencies and daily tasks, hurting other industries.
Is where I start getting a lot of heartburn. And that is where market manipulation exists, because I'm big enough that I'm going to make real sure that any competitor that's a potential competitor is taken off the board before he even gets there.
Price fixing prevents competition by squashing smaller companies by increasing costs. A simple example is Google's alleged price fixing within their bidding system for search ads, indirectly controlling the costs of ad placements.
This is an exact quote from Google's documentation. The value advertisers place on users' engagement with their ads. No matter whether or not there's an auction here, oh, you're a personal injury attorney. I happen to know that personal injury attorneys will pay a whole lot for this, and I don't care that there's nobody bidding on this in your area. I'm going to charge you a whole boatload of money anyway.
AI price fixing is also harder to identify and regulate, requiring no particular agreement and connecting a large range of corporations of different sizes, controlling an industry's prices like an invisible overlord.
However, these price-fixing algorithms themselves aren't necessarily bad. Economists mostly agree that these algorithms have the potential to increase efficiency in the economy, preventing losses with quick price adjustments based on the fluctuations and increasing profit for more investment in research and development.
I believe landlords should be competing on price, and I don't think you see that happening when you have this algorithm-based games going on.
When used to collaborate, these algorithms raise price, reduce competition and innovation, driving profit to corporate leaders rather than development.
And since 2020, 40% of the increases in prices for non-financial corporate businesses is reflected in higher corporate profits. It's compared to just 22% from employee wages.
Anytime there's government involvement, there are distortions in the system.
Government solutions such as price ceilings can cause economic inefficiency and supply shortages, giving the government more power, risking the creation of another monopoly of power. However, hope is not lost. What I recommend for the president to do after Inauguration Day is to create a new agency, the AI Antitrust Agency, that would investigate and audit corporations with price-setting algorithms, reducing the strain on the DOJ and only building on current government capabilities to prevent increases in government power.
one of the biggest concerns, one of the most intractable areas of monopolistic power are companies that are favored by government, or industries that are favored by government, or professions that are favored by government, because once that favoritism is established, very, very, very hard to break it to where other competitors can enter the industry.
By sharing this regulative management, the government would be effectively preventing any biases or corruption in the DOJ from negatively impacting the market through AI price fixing, as the AATA would address any ignored concerns.
The specialized agency would be able to further identify and prosecute price fixing, preventing hidden collaboration. Without price fixing, the free market will do the rest, making prices no longer artificially inflated, making the American dream possible again.